Respect yourself and others will respect you. Confucius. Have you ever wondered why some women seem to command respect effortlessly, while others struggle to be taken seriously? In a world where first impressions are everything, understanding the subtle psychological tricks to instantly gain respect can be a game changer. Today, we're diving into 8 extraordinary tactics that can help you project confidence and earn the respect you deserve. Let's unlock these secrets and elevate your presence in every interaction. At number 1, master the art of silence. Mastering the art of silence can be one of the most powerful tools in your social arsenal. It's not about sitting there like a statue in awkward moments, but knowing exactly when to hold your tongue. For instance, in a meeting, when everyone is chattering away, dropping your 2 cents only when it's truly impactful makes your words weigh a ton. People will start to notice that when you speak, it's worth listening to. Think about it like this. You're playing a game of verbal chess. While others are moving their pawns all over the board, you're saving your queen for the knockout move. It's a bit like watching someone fold their laundry meticulously while you swoop in with a wrinkle-free shirt. The contrast is striking, and it commands attention. Moreover, silence can be a confidence power play. It shows you're comfortable with pauses and don't need to fill every gap with chatter. This quiet confidence can be more intimidating than any grand speech. It gives you an air of mystery and depth. People will wonder what's going on in your mind. They'll respect you for not feeling the need to constantly seek their validation with endless babble. When you do speak, the silence that preceded your words gives them added weight. It's like the calm before a storm. People lean in, pay more attention, and your message hits harder. Plus, there's a secret satisfaction in watching others squirm in the silence, eagerly awaiting your perspective. Silence, used strategically, isn't just about shutting up. It's about setting the stage for your words to be a headline act. So next time you're in a conversation, try holding back a bit. Let the silence build the anticipation. You'll be amazed at how much more respect you command when you let your words punctuate the quiet. Number 2, utilize controlled vulnerability. Media. Close-up of a woman applying subtle but captivating fragrance as she prepares to make an entrance. These revised media queries reflect the focus on women's elegance in appearance and provide visuals that align with the specified command. Media. 10. Using controlled vulnerability is like showing off your battle scars with pride. It's not about turning every conversation into a therapy session, but about sharing the right amount of personal struggle to highlight your resilience. For example, instead of just saying you had a tough time at your last job, you might share a story about how you once had to fix a major project that was on the verge of disaster, and how you pulled it off with sheer grit and determination. This shows you're not just a survivor, but a problem solver. It's like saying, yeah, I've been through the ringer, but look at me now. This kind of storytelling isn't about seeking sympathy. It's about showcasing your strength. It's the difference between whining about a bad day and sharing a tale of how you conquered a mini-crisis with humor and grace. You're essentially saying, hey, life threw me a curveball and I hit it out of the park. By sharing these snippets of your life, you make yourself relatable and human. People respect those who are real and genuine, not those who pretend to have everything figured out. Plus, it takes guts to be a little vulnerable. When done right, it shows incredible confidence. It's like having the courage to wear your craziest, most mismatched socks because you know they're awesome, even if no one else gets it. Controlled vulnerability also creates a sense of trust. When you open up about your challenges, it encourages others to do the same. It's like a secret handshake that says, I trust you enough to show you my imperfections. This mutual sharing can forge stronger connections and deeper respect because people see that you're not just a facade of perfection. At number 3, exude unapologetic competence. Exuding unapologetic competence means owning your skills and knowledge without downplaying them. It's about walking into a room and knowing you have what it takes to get things done, and not feeling the need to cushion your statements with I think or maybe. Imagine you're asked to handle a big project at work. Instead of saying, I think I can do it, you say, yes, I can handle this. It's a subtle shift, but it makes a world of difference in how people perceive you. When you stop seeking constant validation, you start to project confidence. It's like being at a buffet and confidently piling your plate with all your favorite foods while others hesitate, unsure of their choices. You know what you like, and you go for it. This kind of self-assuredness is magnetic. People are drawn to those who seem sure of themselves. One trick is to keep your self-promotion straightforward and factual. If you've achieved something significant, state it clearly without diminishing it. For example, I led a team that increased sales by 20% last quarter, instead of, I kind of helped my team boost sales a little. Own your accomplishments like you own your favorite pair of shoes, comfortably and without apology. This doesn't mean you should turn into a bragging machine, but there's no harm in letting your achievements speak for themselves. It's like baking an amazing cake and not being shy about letting everyone know you're the one who made it, rather than pretending it just appeared out of nowhere. Also, be ready to back up your competence with action. When you say you're good at something, prove it through your work. It's like being a chef who not only talks about making the best pasta, but actually serves up a dish that makes everyone's taste buds dance. Consistent delivery reinforces your competence and solidifies the respect others have for you. In everyday conversations, drop the self-deprecating humor that undermines your abilities. Instead of saying, "Oh, I just got lucky," when you nail a presentation, say, "I worked hard on that and I'm glad it paid off." People will start to see you as someone who knows their worth and stands by it. So embrace your skills, speak about them confidently, and let your work do the talking. By being unapologetically competent, you not only command respect, but also inspire others to step up their game. It's like being the star player on a team. Everyone respects you for your talent and dedication, and they know you mean business. Number 4, leverage the power of minimalism in communication. Leveraging the power of minimalism in communication means saying just enough to make your point and then stopping. It's like being at a party where everyone's shouting to be heard, and you calmly drop a clever one-liner that gets everyone's attention. When you speak clearly and concisely, people perk up and listen because they know you're not going to waste their time with fluff. Think of it this way: your words are like a perfectly brewed cup of coffee, strong, effective, and without any unnecessary sugar or cream. When you cut out the extra filler words, your message hits harder and faster. Instead of saying, "I was thinking that maybe we should consider looking into possibly starting this new project," you say, "We should start this new project." Bam. No room for misunderstanding, and you sound like you mean business. Over-explaining can dilute your message. It's like trying to describe a simple dish but turning it into a 10-course meal. Sure, some people might be impressed by your culinary skills, but most just want to know what they're eating. By being concise, you show that you're confident in what you're saying and you respect other people's time. Another perk of minimalist communication is that it leaves room for mystery and curiosity. If you're always concise, people will start to pay closer attention because they know you're only speaking when it's important. It's like the friend who rarely texts but always has something interesting to say when they do. You're not flooding the conversation, you're adding value. Humor can help here too. A well-placed joke or witty remark can say a lot with very few words. It's the verbal equivalent of a mic drop. For example, instead of a long-winded complaint about a bad meeting, you might just say, "Well, that was an hour of my life I'll never get back." People get the point, they get a laugh, and they respect your ability to sum it up so neatly. Number 5, project calm assertiveness under pressure. Projecting calm assertiveness under pressure is like being the eye of the storm. Everything around you might be chaotic, but you stay steady and in control. When things go haywire and everyone else is losing their cool, the ability to remain composed and assertive can make you stand out like a beacon of sanity. Imagine a stressful work scenario. Deadlines are looming, the printer's jammed, and your inbox is exploding. While others might be running around like headless chickens, you take a deep breath, prioritize tasks, and start solving problems one step at a time. This calm approach not only helps you get things done efficiently, but also earns you massive respect from colleagues who wish they could handle stress as well as you do. Being calm doesn't mean being a pushover. It's about maintaining your cool while still being firm. Think of it as the difference between a calm parent saying, "We're not having ice cream for dinner," versus a frazzled parent shouting, "No ice cream, and that's final." The calm parent is in control and confident in their decision, while the frazzled one just seems overwhelmed. People respect those who can assert their boundaries and decisions without resorting to panic or anger. One key is to avoid knee-jerk reactions. When faced with a tense situation, take a moment to think before you respond. It's like playing a game of chess instead of checkers. Think several moves ahead rather than reacting impulsively. This thoughtful approach shows that you are not just reacting to the immediate chaos, but are considering the bigger picture. Humor can also be your ally. If you can crack a lighthearted joke in a tense moment, it can diffuse the situation and show that you're not easily rattled. Imagine your team is freaking out over a last-minute change in a project. You might say, "Well, at least we won't get bored." It's a small thing, but it can lift the mood and demonstrate that you're confident enough to stay positive. And let's not forget body language. Standing tall, making eye contact, and speaking clearly can project calm assertiveness even if you're feeling a bit of panic inside. It's like the difference between a duck gliding smoothly on water and the frantic paddling happening below the surface. What matters is the serene image you're presenting. Number 6. Set boundaries with impeccable consistency. Setting boundaries with impeccable consistency is like being the gatekeeper of your own peace and sanity. It's about making it clear what you will and won't tolerate and sticking to it every single time. Think of it as training people how to treat you. If you let things slide once, they'll think it's okay to push your limits all the time. Let's say you have a coworker who loves to dump last-minute work on you. The first time it happens, you say, "I'm sorry, but I can't take this on right now. I need more notice." If they try it again, you don't bend or make excuses. You repeat your boundary firmly. Consistency is key. It's like teaching a puppy not to chew on shoes. If you let it slide once, you're doomed to a closet full of ruined footwear. Setting boundaries doesn't mean being rude or unkind. It's more about being clear and assertive. For example, if a friend keeps calling you late at night, you could say, "I love talking to you, but I need my sleep. Can we catch up during the day?" This way, you're respecting both your needs and theirs. When you enforce your boundaries consistently, people start to understand that you mean what you say. It's like having a no trespassing sign that actually means no one's allowed to cross that line. If you put up the sign but let everyone through anyway, the sign loses all meaning. Humor can soften the delivery and make it less confrontational. If someone tries to encroach on your time, you might say, "I'd love to help, but my clone is on vacation." It's lighthearted, but still gets the message across that your time is precious. Remember, boundaries are also about self-respect. When you honor your own limits, you're sending a message to yourself that you matter and that your needs are important. It's like putting your oxygen mask on first before helping others on a plane. You can't be there for others if you're constantly depleted and overextended. Consistency also builds trust. When people know where you stand, they respect you more. It's like being a reliable lighthouse. Your steady light helps others navigate how to interact with you. If you're wishy-washy about your boundaries, it's like a flickering light that confuses and frustrates everyone. Number 7. Cultivate an aura of mystery. Cultivating an aura of mystery is like being the person who brings homemade cookies to the office but won't reveal the secret ingredient. It's about holding back just enough information to keep people intrigued and wanting more. This doesn't mean being secretive or aloof, but rather strategically choosing what you share and what you keep to yourself. Imagine you're at a party and someone asks about your weekend. Instead of giving a detailed play-by-play, you might say, "I had an interesting adventure, but I'll save the details for another time." Now, you've piqued their curiosity without laying all your cards on the table. It's like being the cliffhanger in a good book. Everyone's dying to know what happens next. When you don't reveal everything about yourself immediately, people start to see you as more complex and intriguing. It's like being a multi-layered puzzle. The more pieces someone discovers, the more fascinated they become. This approach can make you stand out in a world where oversharing is the norm. While everyone else is posting every detail of their lives on social media, you're the one who keeps some things under wraps, making your rare revelations all the more compelling. Humor plays a big role here, too. If someone presses you for details, a witty remark can deflect the question while keeping the mystery alive. For instance, if someone asks about your plans and you respond with a grin, "If I told you, I'd have to kill you," you're being playful, but also signaling that there's more to you than meets the eye. Creating this aura of mystery doesn't mean fabricating stories or being disingenuous. It's about highlighting certain aspects of your life and personality while leaving some areas undisclosed. This selective sharing can make people respect you more because it shows you have depth and aren't an open book to just anyone. Being mysterious also means not always being available. Don't feel compelled to respond to every message or attend every event. When you're not constantly accessible, people appreciate your presence more. It's like a rare gem. Its value increases because it's not easily found. In conversations, listen more than you talk. This not only makes you seem more thoughtful, but also gives you insights into others while revealing less about yourself. It's like being a detective. You're gathering information while keeping your own cards close to your chest. Number 8. Harness the impact of nonverbal dominance. Harnessing the impact of nonverbal dominance is like being the conductor of an orchestra. Your body language sets the tone for how others perceive you. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it without uttering a word. Picture this. You enter a room, shoulders back, head held high, and make eye contact like you're greeting an old friend. Instantly, people notice your presence and give you their attention. Good posture is key. It's like wearing your confidence as a tailored suit. It fits you perfectly and makes you stand out in a crowd of rumpled shirts. When you stand tall, you're telling the world that you're here and you mean business. Slouching, on the other hand, can make you seem unsure or disinterested, like you're waiting in line for a roller coaster rather than taking charge. Gestures also play a big role. Using your hands to emphasize points or gestures to illustrate ideas can make you seem more engaging and passionate. Just be mindful of flailing arms. You're not conducting traffic after all. Eye contact is crucial. It's like the glue that holds a conversation together. Too little, and you seem aloof. Too much, and you're staring down your prey. Aim for a friendly gaze that shows you're engaged but not trying to psychically peer into their soul. Mirroring can also work wonders. Subtly mimicking the body language of those you're talking to can create a sense of rapport and trust. Just don't overdo it. You're not in a mirror maze. Space is another nonverbal cue. Giving yourself room to move communicates confidence and dominance. It's like claiming your territory without marking it with a no trespassing sign. Lastly, a genuine smile can disarm even the most guarded person. It's like a universal welcome sign. Everyone feels comfortable around someone who's smiling. Just make sure it's not the creepy smile from a horror movie. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye for now and God bless.